A carefully worded draft directive instructing the host or employer country to acknowledge and follow through with clear-cut actions that provide security and protection to Filipino migrant workers is all set to be signed, sealed, and delivered by both parties. PTV's Marita Moahe reports on the salient provisions of the draft memorandum, to include a clause that the Philippines can rescind the memo at any time should it find the host country of Kuwait derelict in its duties to follow the memo to the letter.
The final draft of the Memorandum of Understanding between the Philippines and Kuwait for the protection of overseas Filipino workers in the Persian Gulf state is now ready, says Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello III.
When we enter into agreement, we assume that they are in good faith and that whatever agreements we entered into will be implemented by them. Now, if they will renege on their commitment, we can always pull out.
For now, President Rodrigo Duterte laid down two conditions for the lifting of the deployment ban. First is the MOU and the second is for Joanna de Mafelis to obtain justice. Included in the MOU is a stipulation that passports should be deposited with the Philippine Embassy in Kuwait. Also provided for is a guarantee for migrant workers to access or have cell phones with them at all times so they could remain in contact with their families. Aside from this, President Duterte made sure that provisions on salary, rest hours, and days or time off, and the right of first refusal to reject any deal of exchange or transfer with or to another employer are all incorporated in the draft directive. Ex-OFW Congressman John Bertiz believes that an MOU is not enough between the two countries and that a stronger agreement is needed, to which the Philippines can hold on to in case of non-compliance. For Dola's part, Bello says that they have already set up a command center accessible 24/7 in case a family of an OFW wishes to contact them via hotline 1349.
Kukontakin ng aming labor attaché, dadalhin niya doon sa command center doon, magkakaroon ng Skype conversation na.
Hindi pumayag yung employer?
Hindi pwede. Iba-blacklist namin at saka i-recall namin yung worker.
Meanwhile, the Committee on Overseas Workers Affairs will be inviting the Commission on Human Rights in their next hearing over their actions or steps taken concerning abused OFWs and to determine if it is indeed mandated as a duty they should perform. In the case of de Mafelis, who was killed in Kuwait, Bertiz has doubts whether her employers were really apprehended.
Ano na ba yung update report na galing from Kuwait Embassy? Kung totoo naman yan, di ba, meron silang extradition treaty naman between Kuwait and Lebanon kung saan nahuli yun. Bakit hanggang ngayon wala pa rin yung suspect or wala pang talagang pinakita na sa media man lang or nagkaroon ng press con even sa Kuwait Embassy na nahuli talaga tong killer niya in Lebanese.
Marita Moahe for The Nation.